In the fifth round of this closed White Horse closed GM tournament, I was paired with WGM Rakshitta Ravi. I was white and she was black. Her rating is 2326 and very strong player. So I started with e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6, and I decided to play Lopez at that point, and then she played a6. Okay, I did not prepare much before the round, so actually after bishop a4, after knight e7, when she played knight e7, I got a bit surprised because I was not expecting this. Maybe I was expecting some mainline b5, bb3, or maybe knight f6 here. But she played knight e7, and then I really didn't know how to proceed. I remember there is some line with knight c3, knight g6, and then h4, h5, very tricky and complex line. But I decided not to go into this as I was not sure how to continue exactly. So knight e7, I played short castle and she played knight g6. Now the problem is, like, now I can't play h4 because it's a free pawn. So I decided to go with knight c3. It's just a normal move. In Lopez, generally we have 2-3 ideas. One is to play knight c3 and then d3 or d4. Another is, of course, c3 d4, which is a main line. So I decided to go with knight c3 here, and then she played bishop c5. Bishop c5 is obviously looks very natural, and now this bishop is very strongly placed on this open diagonal, g1 to s1 diagonal. So the ideal plan is maybe for white to play d3 and then bishop e3 to try to exchange this bishop. I don't know what happened to me, but I played knight d5, which is not a right move. But generally, if you play some offbeat move in the opening, then your opponent may get confused, and I think this is what happened here. So after knight d5, maybe she could have played a short castle, then c3, then d6, maybe d4, and you can take and play bishop a7. Position is just fine. There is bishop g4 idea, and okay, it's a normal position. She played knight d4. This is also fine, but knight into d4 and e into d4 is bit inaccuracy. Of course, black should take bishop into d4, c3, and maybe bishop a7. And yeah, this bishop is very strong, so maybe d4, bishop e3 is something I will play here. Maybe d3 or d4, not sure though. But she took e takes d4, which is looks very unpleasant because now this bishop is kind of trapped in its own way. Like now this diagonal is blocked because of this pawn, and I played queen h5 here. Now the idea of queen h5 is to play one is knight f6, and there is very nice idea. If black goes with c6, I can play knight c7, queen into c7, and then queen into c5. I can't play knight into c7 directly because of queen into c7, and queen into c5 leads to queen into c5. So yeah, she played short castle and I played d3. Now this position is already very pleasant for white. The next move is maybe bishop b3 and then f4 f5. If I get f4 f6, then it should be close to winning. She played c6 and now knight c7. Yeah, this is already much better for me, though I messed up in the game, which we'll see. So knight c7, queen into c7. Maybe instead of c6, it's very difficult to find the right move for black. Like maybe b5, bishop b3, c6. Maybe that's possible. Now knight c7. Yeah, still it's the same. So yeah, she played c6, I played knight c7, queen into c7, and queen into c5. And here I was already feeling very comfortable, but she played a3, which I completely missed, and for 1 second I thought, okay, if I take, then b5 and I'm going to lose my piece. But then I saw, okay, I have at least c3, and there is a way to escape, or a3 and bishop b3, bishop a2. I played a3 in the game, and now the threat is queen into d4. To stop queen into d4, black must play queen e5 at some point, otherwise there is no way. And if b5, here I can take, yeah, bishop into b5, d6, and queen into c6, and this is good for white. So she played queen e5, I took, and then f4, knight g6. Now practically I feel this must be better, so something like f5, knight e5, bishop f4, and black is forced to play something like d6, and then I can play bishop b3. I can take bishop e5, but I can delay bishop e5 because knight is not doing anything, and my bishop is of course is very strong piece here. And black's development is incomplete, so black must play bishop d7, rook e8, and it will take 3-4 moves to do something. Here I can just start playing h3, g4, g5, and start pushing the pawn. Once I get g6, it should be much better for me. But I played c3, which is also nice move, and surprisingly it's top choice by engine. So c3, d takes c3, b takes c3, and then d6. So everything was going well, but now my question is, this position is, according to engine, it's like plus 1.5 plus 2 position, and I missed a very nice idea here, and I have double bishops, nice pawns on e4 and f4, very central control. Then black's knight on g6 is very oddly placed, and yeah, how to continue this position? Maybe you can pause the video and think. It's not so easy, it's very positional way to continue, but yeah, now I'm going to tell you. So the move is c4, and I thought about c4 for maybe couple of seconds during the game, but I just skipped this idea in my mind, like why c4, right? Like c4 looks very odd move, because I just wanted to play bishop b3 at some point, but the idea of c4 is very nice. So c4, let's say f5, and now rook b1. Now this bishop is stuck, black can't play b5, so the main idea of c4 is to prevent b5. Now f takes e4, d takes e4, bishop e6, and I can just take, and yeah, because of double bishops, my position is just very superior here. The next move is rook c2 and rook into c6. Here I will get pawn within next 4, 5, 6 moves. Yeah, and it's much better for white. But I played d4, which is very bad move, and I missed f5. Like I saw f5, but then I thought, okay, e5, d5, and then I have two bishops. I can play g4, h4, something like that, and position must be much better for white. But I was wrong. This is like 0.0, and she defended very well from this point. I will show you one more important moment. So a4, rook b1. This is just normal chess. I was trying to play g4 at some point, so actually I successfully played that move, bishop h4, bringing the bishop to good squares, and then I played g4. Now it's a critical thing, like if f takes g4, then I can play f5, g takes f5, bishop takes f5. Black is forced to take, otherwise I can play bishop takes g4 here. So if black take king e8, and then take, I can take this first. Now it takes g4, everything is forcing. Now rook f1 check, if king e8 or something like that, I can play rook f6, and if knight e7, I can play rook h6, or maybe rook e6. This should be winning, or maybe rook h6. I saw rook h6 in the game, and I thought, okay, now I have rook h8 check, rook h7, this pawn is like e6, and rook h8 is checkmate threat. So black, it's very difficult for black to prevent or defend all these, right? So yeah, I played g4, she took h takes g4, h takes g4, and I felt I'm clearly better or winning here, and I must win this position, but she defended very well. Look at this, like rook h8, bishop f6, rook h2, rook f2, and rook h7. So I missed this rook h2 and rook h7 idea, because after bishop f6, if she don't play rook h2, if she play rook h7 directly, then rook h1, and now black is forced to take, and I have control on h file, and next move is rook h7, which is losing directly for black. But now rook h2, rook f2, and rook h7. The thing is, I can't play rook h2 or rook h1. It's a free rook, If I play rook f1 again, then maybe rook h2, so that doesn't make any sense. So g takes f5, bishop takes f5, bishop takes, g takes happened in the game, and now rook g1. Still I was very confident, and I thought, okay, I will win this, but she played knight e7, and suddenly I realized that rook g2 and rook g8 is coming up. Maybe bishop e7, then take, and number of pawns are equal, and we both were playing on minutes. She had bit more time trouble than me, but yeah, we were both on 3 to 7 minutes here. So knight e7, I took bishop into e7, king into e7, rook g6. Still I was very confident, king d7, rook f6, and rook f6 is big mistake. Maybe I should have played rook, I could have played rook g2 and then rook d6 check, or rook g7 check, try to grab f5 pawn slowly. Yeah, but I played rook f6, and suddenly rook g8 came. Rook into f5, rook g3, and here with just I think 4 or 5 minutes on clock, I got panicked, and I started thinking. And sometimes what happens is you start thinking, and like you just think like you just get very random thoughts during the game. So here there is no way that black can do a checkmate or black can win this game, but here I thought, okay, maybe I'm losing, and while playing the game, uh, I was able to see at least 5 to 6 variations where black is completely winning. So I was literally calculating some random moves. So let's say rook g5, rook c3, f5, rook a3, and then black is much better or something. So clock was ticking, and this is 39th move. On 40th move, I would gain 30 minutes extra, but I played rook f3, and I offered her a draw because I thought, okay, rook h2 check, rook f2, and rook h3, and I thought, okay, it's complete disaster for me, and maybe I will lose, but there is no possibility that I will lose. In fact, engine is showing white have at least 3 4 moves in every variations where they can try to keep the advantage. So yeah, but position is 0.00 according to engine. Anyways, so after rook g3, rook f3, I offered her a draw, and we both agreed to it. So yeah, that's a game. Yeah, okay, so if you like this video, then do share it with your friends, and hopefully you will learn something new from this channel.